it's helpful for a lot of people, and a lot of people can't do it, and it comes very natural for me.
Welcome back to For Entrepreneurs by Entrepreneurs. I am Eric Verdi. With us this week is Karen Joseph. She is a community building expert, specifically with 7 networking right now. But Karen comes from a background of growing groups online, offline, is very in tune with her audience, very in tune with her members. She had me on one of her calls with 7, I guess about 2.5 weeks ago. And you could tell the enthusiasm and engagement that her members had within the group and for her. She had me on for hosting a podcast. And so I wanted to reciprocate the welcoming message that she gave me with her group and welcome Karen to For Entrepreneurs by Entrepreneurs, because I think she could add a lot to you about community building. So Karen, welcome.
Thank you for having me here today, Eric. I'm excited to be here. Make some new friends.
And we're excited to have you. So give our listeners and viewers your backstory.
My backstory. Well, I'm a New Yorker now living in the desert, which is interesting because it's so different, New York, Arizona. I'm an educator, former educator. I call myself an entrepreneur now because I went from teaching and stayed home to raise my own children. And now I've been an entrepreneur for the past 11 years.
Awesome. And your entrepreneurial journey took you, like, how? Give us that. You went from an educator to an entrepreneur. Like, give us those steps. Was there one pivotal moment, or was there a process?
Well, I'm the type of person that just plunges right into everything I do. I don't do a lot of research. I just jump in. When I was a teacher, we used to say, earn while you learn. And that's how I've led my life. So my husband opened up a business when we moved to Arizona, and he left corporate America back in New York. He was miserable after 25 years at the same company and wanted to be his own boss, which I think is fabulous. So we had a lot of courage. We moved out west. He opened a business, and then I started going to some networking groups, and I couldn't really find one that fit me. I'm a very passionate person. I do everything with a lot of passion. I'm supportive, and I just felt like, I think I could do this a little differently. So that's how I jumped in, and that was 11 years ago. And I never, actually at the time, never expected it to be a business for myself. I was just looking to meet local people. I'm a people person. I said, hey, I don't have any friends in Arizona, so he has his business. I can get out into the community. I can help others. I can bring other business people together, and we can grow our businesses together. And it wound up being a very fruitful business for myself over the years. Well, fruitful in the sense, not that I make a lot of money, but fruitful in the sense that it really does fill my cup.
So how do you get over that initial fear of meeting somebody or asking somebody to join a group or finding a common bond with people?
Well, I think it's important to be a good listener, ask questions, try to find something that, you have in common with the person, be it if you both have children. Maybe you both like to watch a certain sport on TV. Maybe you both love to travel. So if you start asking some questions, and it doesn't have to be questions about business at all, but just personal interest, like icebreaker type questions, and then listen well and go from there. I mean, I can talk to a rock. I mean, I'm a New Yorker.
Right.
I talk a lot. I came from a family of talkers. My parents were also community builders. I didn't realize it as a child, but they spoke to everyone. They were always introducing people to other people. Hey, you have to meet this person. So yeah, just start talking and seeing what you have in common, and see where you can, meet in the middle with that.
So I think that's true with any service industry, especially, but really any business in general. I've been called by a lot of friends the worst salesperson ever, but I have a very established business because I do ask questions and I can find that common denominator. Like as soon as you can find common thread, like you said you were an educator. My wife's an educator. We could talk about education for 15 minutes. We both have kids. So we have a common bond there. The sooner you can find some common core belief system with somebody. And secondly, like people love to talk about themselves, right?
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. They can talk about themselves all day long. So it's just being a good listener and remembering what they've said. Now, I happen to have the memory of an elephant. That's also runs in my family. My mother had that. My son has that. So people say, well, how do you remember things about that? My son was getting married, or, I was going on that safari in Africa, but it's all up here in my head. But if you can't remember things, write them down. Take notes, keep it in your CRM. And just so when you do reach out to the person the next time, you can say, hi, how was the wedding? How was the trip? That's important stuff. People, like to know that you care about them, and how you make them feel is so important.
Well, that's what that's one of the famous Maya Angelou quotes. It's not what you did or what you did. It's about how you made somebody feel. And when you can,
Sure.
I think there's a unique person that, and we all have those friends, right? We all have those friends that when you're around them, like you just feel better. Like you just, because of their energy, because of their vibe, because of how they make you feel, you just feel better about yourself when you're around them. And we also have Debbie Downer that every time you're around him or her, like, oh, the woe is me, the world is coming to an end. Yeah, I don't know how we got off on that tangent, but yes, I mean, surround yourself with people that make you feel better. Like if you can do that, like your days will be awesome.
Yes, most definitely. Yep. And
So
I build communities because, it's helpful for a lot of people, and a lot of people can't do it. And it comes very natural for me. So I have a group out here in Arizona called New Yorkers Living in the Desert. And I've made great friends through the group, and I know other people have as well. So I can get out there and help other people to, make them have a great day or a great life. Why not, right?
And I can imagine you're the type of person. I can imagine you're the type of person that as soon as we meet each other, like you've already introduced me to 15 of your friends and already made me feel welcome. I can feel that energy with you.
Sure. That's how I am. Go up to the wallflower, drag them in.
All right. So give us the steps, and let's specifically talk about online, because that's how most entrepreneurs nowadays, especially with COVID, are building communities online. I'm trying to build the For Entrepreneurs by Entrepreneurs community with like-minded individuals, like-minded entrepreneurs. What are some steps that you could give an entrepreneur who wants to become that central hub in their community? Like, what do they do? Like, give us steps.
Sure. Well, I think you have to be very clear in your head first about what type of community you want to build, and what the mission is, and what value you are going to be offering to the people who join the community, right? That's step number one. Second thing is involve the members. Get them involved. This is their group. This is their community. This is, I say at 7 Networking, hey guys, this is not, it's not about me. It's about everyone. It's everyone's group. So involve the members, empower your members, and be really purpose-driven. Just keep plugging along. You can't give up. That's another thing as a New Yorker. We don't give up. We just keep plugging along. If something's not working, look for a way to do it. But you got to, and as I said, just make it about the people. People want.
So how do you involve the members? Give me some examples.
Well, reaching out to people. Reaching out to the people and how do I involve them? I think you said, how does it involve?
No, involve. How you said getting the members involved. Give me.
Right.
Are they questionnaires? Are they, what do you do to involve members?
Right. Well, it depends. It depends what type of group it is. With 7 Networking, for instance, we do a lot of education at our meetings, and I ask the members, hey, what do you guys want to learn about? That's how the podcasting topic came up, that we invited you to talk about podcasting, because people were curious. People had, this thirst for that knowledge. They wanted to learn about podcasting. So that's a good way to involve them, is find out what they're interested in, what they want to learn about. And, social media groups, Facebook groups, ask questions. Like you said, people love to talk about themselves and can talk about themselves. They love to answer questions and, and get people together, be it on a Zoom or in person, have some get-togethers, try to, if people are in the same area, see if they can all get together for a meetup or on Zoom so they can meet the other members and, maybe make a friend or have a new buddy.
Awesome. So tell us, before we get off today's call, what is 7 Networking Group? Is it like a BNI? Tell us what 7 Networking Group is.
Sure, definitely. Well, it's, we meet weekly.
Okay.
What we do, we meet weekly. We're all about building relationships. Our meetings are 75 minutes long, and it's for entrepreneurs who are supportive, who want to learn from others. We do a lot of education at our meetings. I'm a lifelong learner. I feel like we all know different things. You know a lot of stuff I don't know. I might know something the next person doesn't know. And we're a very fun and friendly group. So people come to us. We get some people who are very new entrepreneurs, and they want to learn how to network. They want to learn how to build those relationships, and they want to learn how to build their business. We also get people who have been in business for many, many years. So it's a very nice mix of any and all entrepreneurs out there. I like to say we get a lot of heart-centered entrepreneurs, because I always say that networking is not about me, it's not about you, but it's about who you can help, and the universe will send it back to you. It might be from someone you've helped, or it might just come back in another way.
Awesome. So are you teaching any programs, courses about how to grow a group or a networking group?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I wasn't sure if there was anything for us to plug. So tell us more about 7 and how members, I assume, do they have to be local to a chapter, or?
Nope.
Okay.
We do have chapters in different parts of the United States. I happen to be in Arizona. That's where I started the group 11 years ago. We have always, for the past probably 4 or 5 years, we've had a couple of virtual chapters, so you can live anywhere in the United States or the world to be a member of those. We've had members in Australia, New Zealand, all over. And we do have in-person meetings that have been on Zoom since March. But the great thing, or one of the great things about COVID, I will say, silver lining, is that it's really brought our community together, because the members who were attending, for instance, the Smyrna, Delaware chapter, they can now attend all the meetings in Arizona and get to know all of the members out here, build those relationships without actually getting on a plane. So it's been really cool. Like I said, we meet weekly, 75 minutes a week. And we're an all-inclusive group. That's another thing that makes us a little different, is we believe there's plenty of air for all to breathe. So there could be 2 realtors there could be 2 people who sell insurance, but since we're relationship-based, I could build a relationship with one and want to do business with that person. You could build a relationship with the other person and want to do business with them. And that's really how I believe the world is, right? We pick and choose who we connect with, who we feel that, the vibe, who we say, hey, I want to do business with that person. I want to help that person. So yeah, it's really cool. We'd love for you to come check out a meeting. Like I said, we have a lot of fun in our meetings, a lot of laughs. If it's not fun, I don't want to be a part of it. I'm a cancer survivor, and life is short. So get out there, meet some great people, and enjoy the journey.
I can tell you firsthand, it is a fun group, and you are a fun person. So how would listeners, viewers find you?
Sure. Well, they can connect with me on Facebook. I haven't been on LinkedIn in a while, I will admit, but I am on there. But probably Facebook, or they can check out the website, which is www.s-v-e-n.org. Make sure you put the dashes in. I heard if you don't, you get to a place that you don't want to be. So,
And we're gonna skip that part. So awesome, Karen. Thank you so much for joining us today on For
thank
Entrepreneurs by
you.
Entrepreneurs. You did awesome. You did awesome. So that is episode 24 with Karen Joseph, a community building expert for Entrepreneurs by Entrepreneurs, and we are